this is Scott Carpenter. I wanted to do a little short video about a visitor I apparently had over the weekend in Saturday night into Sunday morning, and it illustrates some of the points I've been trying to make with the Sasquatch Awareness Project and helping those who have the Sasquatch visiting their home and trying to handle it and what to do to handle it. And it's more along the lines of this is what happens, and of course I'm okay with it. I accept it. It's part of it. You know, I opened myself up to this, and though I have rebuked them and laid a perimeter around my house, that doesn't mean they can't come to the edge of the perimeter and do things. And that's what they did Saturday night. So I'm going to try this thing where I've got the film going here and I'm doing a recording here, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Let's see how well I can pull that off. But what I wanted to show you, and what we have here in the past, 3 times in the past, during my research from 2000, probably starting when they started really visiting the house, 2011, 12, 13. 3 times, well, this makes the 3rd time. Twice they killed a starling and laid it right in the middle of the driveway, and usually it was about 20 feet from the road. And I'm pulling the picture up now, but they killed the starling and they laid it in the road. And this was during a period, this was later in the research, and I was struggling on how to keep them away from the house. And there's a picture of it here. You know, they just, something's grabbed it, pulled the guts out, or squeezed the guts out, squeezed the guts out. And it was exactly center from side to side. That's about, in that area, that I believe, if I remember correctly, that's about 20 feet. So it was exactly 10 feet in the middle. And they do stuff like this. This is what I want to talk about. Is they're very good, the Sasquatch are, about doing things that only the witness or the person they're I don't want to say harassing, but visiting and doing stuff around will understand or know. And that's what, people pull their hair out over, is because, you're the only one that knows. In other words, I know that they're doing this. I know without a shadow of a doubt. But if I tell anybody else, my friends, my family, they're all going to think I'm a lunatic, that I'm crazy. And it's a very effective tactic, and it works. So they latch on to things that only you will recognize and then do them. And I wanted to show the 3-in-1 pattern was one of the other things that they did to me. And this, what I'm showing now with the Snickers and the peanut butter, this was after a Halloween, and I laid about, I don't know, 10 or 12 of these Snickers bars out, and then a jar of peanut butter. The next, and this is when they were visiting the house on a regular basis, go out the next morning, the 2 Snickers bars and the peanut butter are shoved together, for 3, and then over to the left about 6 to 8 inches, it's a single Snickers bar, and the rest of the candy bars were thrown out in the yard. None of them were eating. None of them were eaten. And so, but that pattern, that 3-in-1 pattern, is something that they established with me and have done for years. Whether it be rocks at the feeding station, sticks, candy bars, coins, it's just over and over. So that was a message, a signature that they were here. But anyone else that look at that would say, well, a raccoon jumped up there and scattered stuff all around, and it just was a coincidence. And, I just don't believe in coincidence anymore. There's too many things happen around this research. And the other thing is the centering of things. This is a feather a blue jay feather that was left dead center brick of the steps. And I took a picture of it, and it again measured right in the center, and on the third step up of 6 steps. So just another little sign. And then Saturday, Saturday UT beat Alabama for the first time in 15 years. And of course, I would, like all the other fans, were yelling and screaming. I went out on the back porch and was hollering, and all the neighbors were hollering, and the whole neighborhood was hollering. We were all losing our minds, cheering and everything. I have to wonder, I don't know if this got their attention or not, or it just happened to be a coincidence that they were going to do something. But when I went out Sunday morning, at the edge of the driveway, not up it, but see, I put a hedge around the house with the rebuking. So this was left right at the property line. Technically, it was on the sidewalk. Technically, you could argue it was on the sidewalk, which is technically not my property. So it wasn't a starling. The first 2 times it was starlings, and this time it was a blackbird, or a blackbird with a gray breast. And of course, I'm showing the picture here, and I'm going to run the video once we get into. I can flip over. I'll mash the video in and play it for you. But I want to show you the bird here. You can see he's dead. There's no apparent reason he's dead other than he's just laying there dead. You can say, well, a car hit him. A car hit him and he landed exactly in the center of the driveway. It's 12, but at the end of that driveway, it's 24 feet across. And he was, well, actually it's 25 feet across, and he was exactly, or right at 12 and a half feet. Can't make that up. And I will, like I said, I'll slice in the video here in just a second. Let me. So, looks like it's been a long time since they've done this, but I got a gift or whatever. Remember, they can't come on my property, so it's right on the edge. And let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. So the bird's exactly the center of the driveway, exactly 12 feet on both sides. There it is. Keep looking here, but found this, found this bird exactly in the center, and that's, it's just what they do. I don't know the reason they do it. I wish I could tell you. I mean, I'm sure it's a sign of something. I couldn't find any significance in it being a blackbird. I don't know. I'm not superstitious and all that craziness, so so I don't. I don't put any stock in some sort of curse or some sort of, well, this means this, the blackbird means that, and blue jay means this. I'm sure it does mean something, but, as far as I can tell, this bird here, like I said, it's like a gray bird. It's black, light, it's not really dark black. It's black, it has a gray head and breast, and it's got black feathers. And I was looking, I don't even see any blood. And I picked it up, and there wasn't any blood. So I don't know how it died. But it was there, and like I said, it's just one of those things that happens. And I wanted to relate that to people because there's so many people that still email me talking about the things that happen around them that, they just feel like they can't tell anybody else, that people will think they're crazy, whether it be what they're seeing around their house in the woods, these little gift things where they get the feathers, or they get a dead mouse, or they get a dead bird, or footprints show up, just a single handprint on the window, these things, these things are happening, and they're happening on a regular basis. And number one, you're not crazy, and number two, there is a legitimate explanation, and for not all of them, but for those who know or those who've had experiences with Sasquatch, it's a Sasquatch that's doing it. And like I said, I prayed in Jesus' name at the four corners of my property and rebuked them in His name, not mine but His, to kind of set a perimeter around my house. And it's so far, it's been 7-8 years now. It has worked. Now, like I said, things like this still do happen. There's, they do stuff around the edge, where they throw stuff in the yard, but they don't come on the property, and they don't come up to my house, and supernatural things don't happen in my house or around my house anymore. And give the glory to God on that. But this is just one of those things that happen, and again, you shouldn't be ashamed or shouldn't be afraid to talk about it. I'm not. If you want to think I'm a crazy loon, that's good. I'm a crazy loon. But I know what did this, and it's like I said, it's not the first time it's happened, and I'm sure it's not the last time it's going to happen. And and everybody is like, well, they know where you live. Well, a lot of people know where I live. That doesn't mean anything bad's going to happen. And you just kind of take it in stride and acknowledge it happened and go on, move on. There's not much I can do about it. Live my life and carry on. And so I encourage others that are having these sort of issues to do the same thing. If you want to email me, please do. You can. I'll put my email address underneath the links here in the video, and feel free. And there are people are emailing me quite a few emails every day, and this I find is the best way to answer the multiple emails. So if I haven't replied to one of your emails, forgive me. But hopefully I'm picking up your questions or your concerns and address them in the video. Now in a couple days, let's see, probably in a couple days this week, I'll put out another part to my Sasquatch awareness project, and I'm going to be talking about what they look like and sharing my photographs and some witness drawings, so you can get an idea, and so kind of expand your thinking and your mind about what they actually look like, and get away from this bipedal ape, or they all look like monsters type of thinking. And so if you do have an experience in the future, you won't be so shocked, and if you've had one, it'll be an affirmation that I'm not crazy. That's what it looked like, and that's what I saw. So that's coming up. I know this was a short little video, but I thought I'd go ahead and do it and get it out there for you, and just let you know that that you're not alone, that other people experience this, and we're all here in this thing together, here to help each other. So until next time, y'all take care, be careful out there, and I'll see you soon.